What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Wisdom Channel, and as usual, I am your host here with another one. Y'all know I'm normally going live. You always catch me eating some stuff, so this video was requested. Somebody asked me to speak on this because I've done two videos about this in the past. So I'm going to just talk about this real quick, because it just seems like what's happening. It just seems like Umar is always getting into it with somebody, and for whatever reason, and he just can't seem to get up out of it. So Tariq, like you said, for those of you who aren't familiar with Tariq Nasheed, he's another YouTuber. He's also produced the Hidden Colors series, and I forgot, what was it, 18. The Haitian Revolt, they won their independence. He did a documentary on that recently. So, but in the news now, basically, with Dr. Umar basically came at him and said that he's gonna go live with the gloves off in normal WWE, WWF style, whatever you want to call it, and go at Tariq and Boyce Watkins. Boyce Watkins, for those of y'all, he's the founder of was it financial the financial thing, Juneteenth or whatever. Forgive me, I'm messing all this up. I'm just freestyling because I'm just on the spot talking about this stuff. So he just came out of nowhere. For those of you who don't know, I know it's gonna be a lot of Dr. Umar followers on here. I'm just letting you know straight up. I've been to one of his lectures before. Everybody knows Dr. Umar is a good public speaker. Puts out good information. The term that I like to call it is what is it called? What did I call it? A white supremacy. These people who do this, I call them a white supremacy informational awareness specialist. That's what I like to call it. These guys who do this. So, Dr. Umar, for the past few years, he's been talking about this Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy that he's going to do for boys, all black boys, this school, and he has a GoFundMe account, has raised up all this money, but he still hasn't really started it up yet. So, the thing, if you know anything about it, a lot of us, Dr. Umar came to within the black community as far as prominence or notoriety based upon the Hidden Color series, which obviously Tariq Nasheed, like I said, he produced these films and these documentaries. So in recent events, I guess it caught Tariq Nasheed kind of off guard, but he's saying that he's been holding his tongue because he said that Umar has been dissing him on the low and stuff like that. But he just chose not to respond because he hasn't said anything. But he recently just came out and said, I'm taking the gloves off. I'm going at Tariq Nasheed. I'm going at Boyce Watkins. Boyce Watkins and Tariqa Nasheeda, whatever he called him, and stuff like that in that fashion. Keep in mind, if y'all ever watch any of Umar's, his rants when he goes off, you gotta watch them. The one he's done with SETI, and like I did a video on this in the past where he goes off on that, and he's Tariq Nasheed, and I'll put the link in there, his response that he did, so you guys can watch it. But he talks about Umar's voice goes off. This is a doctor now, but I know whatever. He's going off on these rants, sniffling and stuff like that, and being tough and talking about goons and stuff like that. And he's gonna beat Tariq Nasheed's ass. Basically get in the ring, saying when Tariq responded, saying let's get in the ring, let's do this or whatever, blah blah blah. I'll get with you after the new year or something like that. So Tariq is like, yo, you can come by my office. You know where my office is at. So he basically, on his response that he did on the live stream yesterday, Tariq was like, he basically fact checked him on a lot of the stuff, and he was posting up Um, he's posting up proof of a lot of the stuff that the accusations that Umar had made against him, saying he didn't know about the Hidden Color series. He didn't know about the name of the documentary, what it was going to be. What am I snacking on? Not that I'm getting paid for it, but just showing you. You was asking what I'm snacking on. But he's basically said that when Tariq contacted him, he didn't know anything about what the name of the documentary was, what it was going to be about. He just did it, and he didn't find out till after it was released. Tariq posted that up. Then Tariq went on, and Tariq was like, just right here, man. Tariq was like, he posted up the email chain and the response that Umar made. This was back 7 years ago, obviously, before Dr. Umar really became into nationwide, worldwide prominence. This was back in 2010 or whatever, when they were just starting out with these Hidden Color series of the production. So he posted those emails. He posted up an unedited photo of Umar, I believe, with the bump on his lip, and he was calling it herpes or something like that. He was calling it herpes or something like that, and he said he had to pay his editor extra money, like thousands of dollars, just to darken in the fever, the blister, whatever it was, like herpes on his lip. He had to have it edited out, not edited out, but basically darken it so that it would blend it in. But he posted up the unedited photo on there. But if you check Tariq's Instagram now, you'll see all kind of stuff. Same thing with Umar Johnson. You'll see him posting different stuff about, I guess he's talking about Tariq's past. Because for those of you who know Tariq Nasheed, before he got into his ventures now, he was an author. How to be a Mac. He wrote books on Macking and game and stuff like that. And Umar called him out for that. Basically you're supposed to be part of this community, this conscious community. But back then you're making books about Macking and stuff like that. You say, what's the Discord? I don't know what the Discord was. Even Tariq Nasheed said he didn't know what the problem was. Said he just comes out of nowhere and says this stuff about him. Making this, but he said after a few things, even though all the scandals and stuff that was going on with Umar, Tariq was like, I still had his back. I still defended him on a lot of the stuff. So he said he didn't understand why he would attack him, and he said he's come to defend him. But he said, I guess Umar was saying that this guy didn't have his back on some things and wasn't defending him when he was being attacked. And now, as you know, Umar is supposedly his license. They're looking at getting his. We're trying to. I guess he's having some litigation going on as far as accusations or somebody reporting him to the board of whoever licensed him as a doctor in psychiatry, psychology, whatever it is he's licensed in. And so next month he has to go and do that. So basically, he was saying he didn't have his back with that either. That was someone you said. I'm gonna read what you just said, Jared. You were like, you're saying nobody's solving problems. Everybody behind the scenes, nobody's solving problems. They're just putting it on blast. Well, when some people are frustrated and they're trying to get attention sometimes, and I think Umar was saying something like this, that he never said anything about Tariq, but now he doesn't have a problem the way Tariq gets his money and stuff like that. But if you notice, he's like, I'm not going to hold my tongue on something. So if he's going to blast it, and all publicity, I guess at the end of the day, what they say, there's no such thing as bad publicity. So this is bringing awareness I mean, not I wouldn't say a good way, but it's basically shining a light on both of them because of this beef that's going on. You know, but you're right. There's something that could be resolved at the end of the day behind the scenes, but if you look at both of these guys' Instagrams and their social media, they both have no problems calling people out. You know, within the community, even though you wouldn't consider Tommy Sotomayor part of the conscious community or stuff like that, but he had no problem pulling up on him on the Vlad TV show or whatever. So it's just stuff like that. But I just think and people, from what he was saying on the video, people obviously are contacting them and saying you guys are making fools of yourselves, and everybody's really laughing at you. You guys got this going on. I think right before I went live just now, I was on Tariq's Instagram. He posted up a GoFundMe. I guess they started basically, you know, it was like a parody of Umar's GoFundMe, so to speak, and it was like the Cicely Tyson Nefertiti something school or whatever, and I guess he's raised, I think it was like 20 million. I can't remember how much he's trying to raise, but he made like a GoFundMe page, you know, just starting that out. I don't know if it's real or not, but he posted it up on Instagram. If y'all go on his Instagram right now, y'all can see what I'm talking about as far as Tariq's. But all of this, at the end of the day, when you look at any of this with these guys, I mean, it's comedy, you know, and that's basically what it is. I don't think anybody's really taking it seriously. If y'all don't mind, you know, hit the like button. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. For everybody who's in here viewing, still tuning in, you know, go ahead and hit that like button, give it a thumbs up. If you don't mind, it's free. But I don't think anybody, you know, is really taking it serious at the end of the day. Really cares, you know. I think Tariq knows that nothing's gonna happen. You know, same thing. Umar's not gonna do anything. He's not gonna pull up on anybody or anything like that at all. You know, especially you facing. I mean, if those court documents are real, obviously who's gonna check it out? Probably people already checking it out. You know, as far as him, you know, being subpoenaed or ordered to appear for this hearing about his license or whatever. So who knows, man? To me, it's all this you should look at as entertainment. Even though Umar talks about serious issues, his delivery is entertaining. And Tariq made a good point. It's been how many years now, and he still hasn't made any headway, so to speak, with this school. And he's gotten how much money? You know. So that's all entertaining. If you ever been to one of his lectures, he puts out good information. It shakes up some people, obviously, the stuff that he says. You know, he conveys the message, what it is he's trying to get across, and that's that. But other than that, afterwards, it is like what I think Tariq said it best. The way he presents it, like what he's going to do as far as the school, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey, what he's going to do, and like all the stuff he's going to have, you know, all the activities, all the classes he's providing. It is like a pimp talking to one of the hoes, you know, talking to some hoes on why these hoes should be on his team, or why this hoe should, you know, get out there and get it for him. He's saying all of this great, fantastic stuff, and a lot of the women and the men, but a lot of the women definitely are like, wow, you know, if my son could go to some place like that, that would be awesome. You know what I mean? One day just to be able to go, you know, at a place like this. But after a while, you do kind of have to wake up and like, okay, what's up with this school? You know what I mean? And it just seems like Umar is like, it's my own people who's tearing me down. My own people are just ripping me down. My own people is trying to destroy me. I'm trying to help my own people, but they're trying to destroy me. And Tariq made mention of that. It's like everything that's happened to him, um, as far as what Umar is saying, everything that's happened to him, he absolves himself of the issue, even down to the stripper. You know what I mean? As far as accepting accountability, which is what men do at the end of the day. Men accept accountability for their actions, and whatever comes with, what your message is. Your message isn't going to be appreciated by everyone when you're saying this stuff, and there comes a point where you have to solidify what it is that you're trying to do, instead of, as Tariq said, he's just a traveling preacher. At this point, he's a traveling pastor. You know what I mean? That's really what it is, and he gets to the point where he's like that guy where, like, I'm the best lecturer, I'm the best this, I'm the best that, I'm the most booked, I'm the most popular, and things like that. That's fine, and that's fine and great and all that, but it's not for you to say that. It's for somebody else to say that about you. And this, y'all probably, who's ever watching this later, they're probably thinking that I'm coming across more so on Tariq's side, which isn't the case. It's just that there comes a point where you have to, when you're saying you're going to do something, instead of talking about it, you have to show some kind of headway on things. You just have to show some kind of tangible proof of what it is, just to keep people believing in you. You know what I mean? You have to do that. You have to do that. And only gullible people a lot of times would just sit back and just say, okay, it's coming one day, it's coming one day, it's coming one day. Like, I'll give you an example. Louis Farrakhan, right? Dynamic speaker. Great man, runs the Nation of Islam, has his own compound, runs it, how it should be ran, everything's in order. He's a powerful orator, or orator, however you want to say it. But when it comes to matters of, I think he's been saying this for 50 years now, that it's time now. Whitey's going down this year. Whitey's going down this year. Our people are rising up now. He's been saying that for 50 years, and nothing's really, as far as, I don't want to say nothing's really happened, but it's a white supremacy awareness specialist. That's what I like to call it. It's cool to talk about it. It's cool to talk about it. It's cool to give these motivational speeches about, this is coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. But I just think for somebody to take you seriously, that action, and I'm not saying Louis Farrakhan hasn't done anything like, things for the community, which he has, assembled a Million Man March and all these other things. He's actually done stuff like that. You know what I mean? Quantifiable things, which is, I guess, what Tariq was saying with Umar, doing things that's quantifiable as far as the community goes. Which is understandable. So, but I think it's we'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure this probably won't. Who knows if it'll make it into the new year? It's just, this whole wrestling thing is just funny to me, man. You know what I mean? So, I just wanted to get on here real quick and talk about that, rap with y'all real quick. Because like I said, someone messaged me on a video and asked me to speak on this whole thing, so I figured I'd go ahead and talk about it. If you haven't, like I said, if you're just now clicking on my channel, make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like this video if you thought it was cool. If you find it to be beneficial for whatever reason, that's cool too. Check out my website. Add me on social media if you haven't yet. I'm coming up with 2 more pages on here, 2 more YouTube channels or whatever. So y'all be on the lookout for that. I'll announce that on one of these upcoming videos. So that being said, man, shout out to you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And remember, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. So peace be upon you all and the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. And I'm out. Peace.